So today for the DBR Files, we thought it'd be fun to do a little Q&A with David Robertson as head of school. And so the first question, David, is what do you think the essence of a school should be?
Wow, it's a good question, right? I think it's about the way people treat each other, first and foremost, in every area. You know, because if you don't have that supportiveness and that respect and that courtesy in all their interactions, you're not going to have the positive atmosphere and the positive experiences that we're looking for. You're also not going to create an environment where people can relax and feel themselves and feel secure and connected. So it all sort of distills down to paying great attention to the way we treat each other all the time in a school.
What have been your impressions of QMS, your initial thoughts to date?
Well, obviously it's a very difficult time to get really accurate impressions, but I think I'm pretty accurate in saying that the sense of community has come through very strongly. Even on those Zoom calls and those, we've had masses of people on them, that this kind of sense of we're all a part of the same thing and we're proud of it. So that people are happy to be here. The students seem to be happy to be a part of the school, and the staff seem to be happy to work here in all the different constituencies. So I think, yeah, that sense of community is something that is a really positive feature of QMS, and something that obviously I'm looking to build on, because you always want to build on your strengths, right? As I'm always saying to young people, every single person, every single organization, every single team, every single company can be great, but they can always get better. So I'll be looking to build on that sense of community.
There has been some growing excitement since the announcement of our new deputy head position. Could you chat a little bit more about that?
Right, well, I think that we're getting just a first-class human being, first of all, in Andrew Munro. He's as you will see, he's a warm, engaging, bright, humorous, and I say humorous deliberately because, you know, a sense of humor, as we all know, is an essential part of creating positive relationships and creating positive atmospheres. So he has that sense of humor, and he's a great motivator of people, which I think leaders in general have to be. You have to be able to connect with people and then hopefully inspire them to want to be their best. And Ander has those qualities. He's exemplified them in his professional life, in his family life, and of course to a very high level in his sporting life.
Looking ahead for QMS, can you chat a little bit about the immediate and the 100th Centennial coming up?
Great. Well, the immediate is my excitement to finally have some young people back on campus, which is the 1st of June, and you're all hearing about the details and the plans are all being rolled out. If you're willing to engage in that, because it's an optional thing. But inevitably there will be some students back on campus, and I'll get a great surge of excitement from that, and from having our teachers back as well in person, although I've been talking to them virtually. So that's the immediate, and then planning for September so that we start the next school year on a high note, and then just keep going from there. It's almost like starting a race. You want to get off to a good start, so you do everything you can to get off to a good start, and then beyond that, developing some of the bigger ambitions and notions. So looking carefully at the strategic plan and trying to make it come to life in terms of how we can do these great things to make the school even better, whether it's in the realm of facilities, programs, other improvements, other enhancements. It's all possible. So we're obviously, I'm going to spend a lot of time between now and September really getting up to speed on all the details of so much of what QMS has been talking about and thinking about, and then grafting on some of my own thoughts and ideas based on a lifetime of experience in these schools.
And the Centennial for next year?
The Centennial is huge excitement. Although I have to say, when I had a Centennial at my last school, it was a lot of work, and I remember at the end of it saying to myself, "Whew, I won't have to do that again," right? Thinking it was only once every 100 years, and with the best will in the world, I wouldn't be around. But I have to say that once you've put that thought aside, it's actually really exciting, because you get this opportunity to reconnect with the roots of the school, that the very founding elements that set in place all the pieces for it to grow into what it's grown into, and you trace that from those first conversations that Ms. Denny and Ms. Geoghegan had about let's start a school and what will that look like, and then you fast forward to what it is now, and celebrating that, and having the school of the present engage and focus on the school of the past, having people from the school of the past come and enjoy the school of the present. It's a real coming together of all who are QMS, and as such, I can tell you, having lived through one of these, it's something very, very special. Looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, thank you, David, for your question and answer period today.
You are most welcome. Have a nice weekend, everyone.